Evening Squires, it's your boy Isadora. Welcome to this living alone vlog. I'm gonna show you what I eat in today and all the self-care I do the day after a migraine. Now, the night before I filmed this, we had one of the biggest storms in like 50 or 60 years, and that rapid shift in air pressure and like biblical hail, oh god, did it make my head explode. So this was a day I literally just did like the bare minimum. I did a lot of self-care things. I did have to clean some stuff in my house, unfortunately. So yesterday, like, I went out with a friend and I was planning on coming back and like cleaning my house, but the migraine hits. You can see that trash is full. We're gonna get rid of it. Now, for this morning for breakfast, I was making one of my favorite fucking breakfasts recently, and it's like an egg and cottage cheese and honey mustard. Like egg salad. Now, one thing I would say, I'm pretty new to a calorie deficit. I'm only like 2 weeks in. So I'm still not super used to like checking things, and I still have some stuff in my house from like the before times. Like, this honey mustard. Honey mustard is infinitely higher in calories than regular mustard. So, like, if you're trying to do a calorie deficit, do not buy honey mustard. Now, for this, the rest of my breakfast was so low calorie that it was, like, perfectly fine. Again, I'll edit this and I'll put, like, the stats. You know, like the total calories of each meal up so you can see what I'm doing. MyFitnessPal put me on about an 1,800 calorie a day deficit. I know, like, I see some women online, they're doing like 1,200 calories, like 1,500. Again, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's health needs are different. Starting weight is different. So I'm not an expert by any means, so I'm doing what MyFitnessPal tells me to do. And so far it is working for me. I've been told that some of the main points of like obviously being on a calorie deficit are that you feel hungrier and you are losing weight. So in my first week I lost 1.5 pounds, and in my second week I lost 0.5 pound because I went out for gelato and ate 1 pound of gelato on a date. But life be like that. And of course, you know, this was me noticing, like, the utter carnage that I was living in that I was have to tackle. Yeah, man. I had stuff on my sofa. I had trash to take out. I had a full sink of dishes. The floor was dirty. Like, it's horrible, just especially if you've dealt with, like, chronic pain or chronic illness. There's no worse feeling than, like, laying in your own filth and too much pain to do anything about it. Like, utterly demoralizing. Hell on earth for real. And again, I want to emphasize that, like, you know, self-care can involve, like, skincare and going to the spa and whatever, but sometimes it's literally just cleaning your filthy-ass house. You know, there's a lot of things you can do to take care of yourself, and not all of them involve, like, spending money or getting treatments. You know, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not like an heiress, so I don't get my nails done, I don't get my hair done, I don't get lashes, I don't be like, unless it's like related to my body pain, I pretty much don't. Actually, I haven't been for a massage in months, because the doctor told me to just like do my treatment and exercises and not introduce anybody else who could make it worse. So, whew, yup, washing them dishes. You might notice that I have the smallest sink on earth. Yeah, I do, but this is still like the nicest place I've ever lived by myself. So, like, I don't know, like, maybe if you're an American, this looks like shit to you. To everybody else in the rest of the world, this is actually a beautiful apartment, and I am very grateful to live in it. Of course, like, you know, if you're, like a Dubai princess, this probably looks like a prison cell to you, but, like, I'm not on that, like, I'm just not there, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a solo traveler, for many years. It's more likely that, I have literally slept in, like, closets and caves, like, brother. Anyway, with the dishes done, it was time to do my red light mask. To be honest with you, I haven't been good at doing this regularly. I think you're supposed to do it 3 times a week, and I get it in like once or twice. But, you know, today was like a self-care day, and I did want to get in on this. I have noticed, like, since I started losing weight, this mask is more comfortable. I did a review of this after like my first month of using it regularly. I'll link it below. And I talked about how, like, if you're fat, this is probably not a very comfortable mask for you. But I've noticed as I'm losing weight, it becomes more comfortable. Then it was time to do my yoga. So I do a mix of physical therapy exercises and yoga for my sciatica. It looks like my legs are, one leg is shorter than the other. It's not on my bad leg. It takes a while to be able to straighten out against the wall. So, yeah. Then even with my stretching. So that's Viparita Karani. That's legs up the wall pose. I did that for 25 minutes. Then it was time to start cleaning off this whole corner of my house because of my back. And I think also because my kitchen is just so fucking small. I often will like prep and do a lot of like prep work for cooking and meal prep out there on my table. So I think stuff just kind of like accumulates there. Like as I'm looking at that table right now, as I'm recording this voiceover, I have like a tub of Montreal steak seasoning, and I have a pear that I was gonna eat for breakfast, but I was too full. Yo, that Kirkland like turkey slices from Costco, they have the same macros as like some brands of like low fat turkey, and they're like so filling. Like This morning, for breakfast, when I'm recording this a few days. I'm recording the voiceover a few days after I recorded this. I just made, like, turkey roll-ups with, light mayo, Montreal steak seasoning, spinach, and low-fat cheese, and rolled them up in turkey. Oh, yeah, this is one of my favorite t-shirts. It says, "You shouldn't let meme pages lie to you." Comment below if you know the original Bjork quote. Or Björk, my bad. I believe it is Björk. But I've believed a lot of things in my life that are incorrect. I think that's just part of the human condition, so what can you do? But yeah, look at that gleaming ass table. We almost have like a clean sofa bench. I use that pillow as like back support. Again, we're gonna say it for the 87th time. Chronic sciatica. But we're working on it actually. This week, I was able to, like, go work at a cafe and sit there for the first time in, like, months. Sitting has been rough for me. Oh, yeah, then after I exerted that amazing effort, it was time to collapse into the heating pad. I actually ended up taking ibuprofen. I still had some, like, residual pain from the migraine, and I needed to leave my house and do, like, some quick errands. So, yeah, look at that gleaming table. Now we put all the garbage back on it. We got my sriracha, my pills, my molcajete with assorted vegetables and limes. Yo, get a molcajete. I love it. I've used it to make salsas a few times, but I think it's just like the beautiful stone texture. I have a friend who's a chef in Guanajuato, and one day we went shopping for molcajetes together in the mercado, and she taught me how to like season it. So my literal like blood is ground into the bowl of that molcajete. It's got my skin in there for flavor. Don't hate on it. Oh yeah, that's my Jordan skinny syrup. I've been working my way through the chai one. I recently got a pumpkin spice one. I really want the s'mores one, but it's double the price of everything else on Amazon. So, like, nah, dog. Oh, man, sorry. I just ate breakfast. I'm full of, like, turkey and spinach, and, I made, like, a cafe chai. It was bomb. But, yeah. Damn, I feel like I'm getting aggressively blonder. As I age, maybe it's like step 1 of like I'm going gray, which would be sick. I'm excited to go gray, like, Because I know that, like, a lot of men, like, they only want, like, the youngest women possible. So I imagine when I'm visibly gray, like, no man will ever talk to me again. And I'll be thriving. Yeah, it was time to organize my pills. That's part of the reason why I'm on, like, a calorie deficit also. So just, like, a little look at my, like, personal medical history. I mean, if you've been watching these vlogs since the beginning, you'll remember I started them as, like, what I eat in a day as a chronic illness baddie. I got depression, I got PCOS. I have slightly high cholesterol, but like not like you're gonna die. But definitely losing weight would help. I have chronic sciatica. I have anxiety. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on with me that, like, especially the PCOS and the hormone shit. So I had like a huge mental health crash out and became non-functional last year, and they were like, a big part of this could be like your hormonal imbalances, and I was like, fuck, bro, like, goddamn. Anyway, so I'm hoping to get off like some of these pills when I am skinnier, but again, weight loss doesn't always solve everything. I'm more looking at it as like it would definitely help with my back pain, so that's all I give a shit about. Anyway, after that I decided to meal prep some boiled eggs so I can keep making my favorite high protein egg salad. If enough people watch this channel that I genuinely had haters, they would be so jealous of the giant crap I just took. Anyway, I had to go out to do errands. I had on my like usual SPF, that's Skin by Clean Reserve, one of my favorite perfumes of all time, and a Rhode lip balm. Oh yeah, and my favorite t-shirt. Again, this was a self-care day, so we're doing Tom Cruise Interview with the Vampire, favorite perfume. And my beautiful Gucci bag. If you don't know, Soriana is a grocery store company in Mexico. And yeah, those are my black Tevas. I pretty much only wear Tevas and Hokas, with the exception of like Torrid boots I got on sale very rarely. Yeah, all that trash was mocking me. It was time to get rid of it. And I took out that trash and I went out to do my errands. Then I returned with my haul in my beautiful Gucci bag. So yeah, this was a Monday, so all pills were half off at Farmacia Similare, so you know I gotta go see my man Dr. Simi. Then, most excitingly, I got like a bag of coffee from a local cafe. It smelled amazing. I've had much better coffee in my life than this, honestly, but it's a step up from Nescafe. So for about a month straight, I only drank Nescafe, and the taste has become disgusting to me, so we making coffee again. Then it was time to flop down and nap in my pregnancy pillow. Again, self-care day, we napping. Then these were some things I ordered off Amazon a couple days before this, and they showed up today. One thing I got was this umbrella. Now, like, I'd been to 2 stores. I'd been to a Walmart. They didn't have umbrellas. I asked, like, a couple of the local, like, corner stores near me. Nobody had a fucking umbrella. So I just gave up and ordered it off Amazon. That happens to me a lot in Mexico, honestly. Like, yeah, I left on my old umbrella at, like, a restaurant I was out on a date. It went well. We're still talking to each other. This dude, I'll get into it later, but, yeah, I picked up a second flavor of the Jordan Skinny syrup in pumpkin spice. Y'all, pumpkins fall. It's like, I think it's July, or is it August right now? I don't know, but oh yeah, then this sugar-free barbecue sauce is the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Yeah, and that's all I picked up from Amazon. Then it was time to make lunch. So I wanted to do 2 mushrooms stuffed with like esquites, but one of the mushrooms had gone totally moldy, so I had to throw it out. So this ended up being like a super low calorie lunch because I was missing half of it. But yeah, something like, especially getting a lot of like sugar-free and like diet foods, like you can't find that stuff in like a lot of stores in Mexico. So I do end up getting more shit off Amazon than I would like. Also, like, if you're disabled and you can't go to 7 stores in a day looking for one thing, like, you just end up on Amazon, honestly, which, like, I know Amazon is, like, an evil corporation, But especially in Mexico, like the national mail basically does not exist and does not work. So if you actually want to receive mail, you have to use like DHL or Amazon. Yeah, so this barbecue sauce is great. I think it only has like 10 calories in like a serving. And it tastes amazing. So I ended up baking this portobello cap, just like smothered it in 1 tablespoon of the sauce. A serving is 2 tablespoons. So yeah, my thing I was doing here was to bake the mushroom and barbecue sauce and then make like a high protein esquites using cottage cheese and light mayonnaise. Esquites is like Mexican street corn. It's one of my favorite foods in the world. And typically it'll be topped. You can top it with a lot of things. Like if you go into like the barrio, they'll be putting like chicken feet on top of it. It's really common to see it topped with like hot sauces, cotija, chile. For this one, you'll see, but I just decided to go with the barbecue vibes. And I topped mine with cotija, pickled jalapenos, and the other half the serving of that barbecue sauce. And this literally was absolute fire. I would say for me, something I've noticed about myself is that like if I don't have enough animal protein, I tend to not feel full. So like plant-based and dairy protein doesn't usually really hit for me. So I was a bit hungry. After this, and you'll see, I had a very luxurious afternoon snack. But yeah, this was fire. I'm going to be making high protein esquites more. I made sure to buy cotija cheese. It's like a crumbly cheese. I would say it's kind of like the Mexican version of like Parmesan or like feta. I tend to buy cotija just because it's cheaper and then use it in all the applications you would use like feta or Parmesan, because like I don't really give a shit about stuff being like super authentic. Like I feel like when it comes to like following a diet, like maybe I'm just dumb. Let me know if you feel like this. I can't focus on 86 things at once, so like I can't do like calorie deficit, high protein, low fat, low sodium, organic, low carb, like gluten-free, like if I tried to do all that shit at once, I would literally die. So we're just doing a calorie deficit and like the chips fall where they fall. Again, I don't have like diabetes or like super high blood pressure or anything like that. I'm just fat. So that's why my diet is tailored the way it is. Again, like I'm not making these videos to tell you how you need to eat at all. Again, everybody's body is so different. Like, if you're a woman who's much taller than me, you need more calories. If you're a woman who's much shorter than me, if you want to do a deficit, you'd need less calories. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you how to do that, and I would not presume to at all. So yeah, this was the cotija. I did 2 tablespoons of that. This was just like one of the best things I've ever eaten. Like, high protein esquites is going to be in the fucking rotation, dog. I think I have a ripped up Costco chicken. I think I might make like chicken tinga and have like a side of the esquites, because that sounds fucking incredible. But yeah, man, I love, I put pickled jalapenos on everything, and I really love stuffed mushrooms. I was really hoping to do more with the mushrooms, but I ended up using half in a chicken curry. I made like a Thai red curry, and in this package, like one was rotten, but I think like spinach and artichoke dip stuffed mushrooms would be absolutely fire. Like lasagna style stuffed mushrooms would be absolutely fire. And yeah, this was like super low calorie. I'll put that up on the screen right now. But this fit perfectly into my deficit, but again, it was not super filling. I think just because for me, like, I need like some chicken, I need some turkey, I need some beef, like, to like, or I need to eat it like a higher volume than this. Like, one stuffed mushroom is just not enough food. Like, maybe I needed like 2 or 3 of them. But, you know, sometimes your vegetables go bad if you're not on the jump enough. Life just be like that sometimes. You gotta work with what you have, you know what I'm saying, dog? Yeah. But I highly recommend this barbecue sauce. Like, Oh my god, like 10 calories a serving is fucking incredible. It is really expensive though, considering I think there's like 15 servings in a bottle or something. But yeah, then after I ate, it was time to TENS unit myself and loaf. My ibuprofen had fully kicked in, so like my head stopped hurting. But it's weird. I find ibuprofen doesn't really do a ton for like my sciatic pain. I don't know. I just hope I get skinny enough that it goes away soon. I'm tired of that shit. Yup, then I was loafing and watching some of my favorite vloggers. Today, Psy updated and so did Carrie Dayton, so I was thriving. Yeah, then it was time to have my little afternoon snack and a coffee. Now, for the first, like, 6 weeks I lived here, I didn't even have a French press, so I was only having Nescafe. And I genuinely hit a point where Nescafe just tastes like fucking poison to me. So, time to make that fresh coffee. I'm gonna try other coffee houses. Like, don't get me wrong, like, this coffee is alright. The first time I made it, it was my bad. I didn't make it strong enough. I added 3 spoons instead of 2, and it was a little better. Maybe I need like 4 spoon. Some 4 spoon action. I'll keep testing it. I do appreciate the aesthetic of it, but I've definitely had infinitely better coffee in Mexico. Like, yup, then it was time to make my little coffee and watch Psy. I've been really into the Queer Diaries. Like, she just has good vibes. She has like a really beautiful editing style that's like super modern and fun that I don't know how to edit shit, you know? Maybe I'll learn one day. Maybe not. What's learning? I haven't learned anything since the war, fam. I'm like 89% brain rot. And oh shit, if something, would that be 11% something else? Yeah, then it was time for my luxurious afternoon snack of a cafe con leche, a pear, pistachios, and I got some sugar-free chocolate. Now, the week before this, I actually ended up going out for dessert twice, and my friend had a birthday party I totally forgot about, so my eating was all over the fucking place, which is why I only lost half a pound that week instead of the usual, like, 1 to 2 pounds. But, yeah, I realized that if I eat super sugary food, like, I went out for gelato with this cute dude, and, like, I realized that I get huge energy crashes from sugar, and I become ravenously, uncontrollably hungry, so I'm gonna probably switch to more sugar-free stuff at home. Then it was time for bed yoga. That really helps my back. It's really soothing. This was a child's pose. I think in this, I mixed, like, some yoga with some of my, physical therapy exercises that were given to me. This was a cat-cow. You can't really see that I'm doing it because I barely do it. So I'm doing super gentle, easy yoga to not tweak my fucked up back. But when I first got hurt, I couldn't do cat-cow at all. Yeah, then we're back to Viparita Karani. I do this 3 times a day for like 20 to 25 minutes. I feel like this has been a super game changer for my back pain. Something about like being inverted and just getting all pressure off your legs and back like for an hour a day is incredible for it. Something I would really like to do is take Epsom salt baths, but I do not have a bathtub, so I have to find other ways to like mimic weightlessness, you know? I'm doing my little leg stretchies. Yo, bed yoga is the best. Yeah, these were some physical therapy exercises. So I mix things in there, just whatever helps me out. I'm still on nerve pain meds, which I've adjusted to, I think. But yeah, we gotta do them exercises. We gotta stretch and stretches. Then after I did all that, it was time to do a foot treatment. Something I really love to do for my feet is, so that's a little spray bottle. I have the ordinary glycolic acid. I spray that on my feet. Then I put the CeraVe healing ointment, and then I put socks on. So I've tried like a range of different like foot creams and stuff. I even tried the one from Prequel. And while I was doing that foot treatment, I had Lauren Mae Beauty on because I'm literally just a girl. These socks have little bows on them. But Yeah, I've tried a range of foot creams, foot treatments. None of them have ever done anything for me. The glycolic acid and an occlusive layer with socks does a lot for my crusty ass feet. Then after all that, it was time to make dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna cut out all these burps or not. I'm literally full of like turkey and spinach right now, and I had a giant cafe chai and it feels fucking good. Anyway, so for dinner, what I was really craving now, all right, I can't lie, I do be on like the Uber Eats app looking at like deals and stuff, and one thing I saw is like these KFC messy fries. Now, one thing about me is that I love fries with a whole bunch of shit on them. In these series of videos, I made like In-N-Out fries at home once. I love fries with shit on them and a milkshake, like, So, I'll link that below, but I was really craving that and I nearly ordered it, but I was like, no, like, you're trying to do a calorie deficit, like, you're trying to eat well, you want to be in less body pain, and that's way more important than ordering KFC. So I was like, real. So I decided to make a version of the messy fries myself at home that would fit the calorie deficit. Now, the fries, it looks like they got, like, ranch, coleslaw, and, like buffalo sauce on them. So I started out by making my own version of coleslaw. This just had salt, pepper, a little bit of light mayo, and a lime in it. And this was delicious, actually. Since I made this, some of it went on the messy fries dupe, and some of it went into like a big Mediterranean salad, which I'll insert a picture of below. That's gonna go in a video I'm currently working on right now about how many meals I can get out of a Costco rotisserie chicken. So look out for that. When this comes up, that won't be up yet, or it might be up already. I don't know, man. I'm a fucking disaster. It's rough out here. But yeah, working on like a lot of like creative and interesting food content. Like, I genuinely want to see how many meals I can personally get out of a Costco rotisserie chicken, as I am like a devotee of the Costco rotisserie chicken. Like, that chicken's everything to me. Anyway, yeah, we were just preparing the coleslaw for the messy fries. Then it was time to prepare the fries. So I had one big potato and one little potato. So I counted this as like a potato and a half for calories reasons. Again, like, I'm not super anal. Like, I know it can be kind of difficult to get like exact calories on certain things. I just go into I totally just use like my Fitness Pal's like guidance. I use their numbers. So like, maybe I'm a little bit off, maybe not, but I definitely know I'm eating way less food than before, and I am losing weight. So, you know, maybe I could lose a little more weight faster if I was anal about it, but losing weight too quickly can actually put a lot of stress on your body. And it's usually like, if you're doing crash diets and crazy shit to yourself, like, it's not going to be like sustainable for you. So I'm thinking more like long term than losing like 20 pounds in a week, you feel me? And again, I still want to eat like delicious and indulgent foods that feed my spirit. Like, I love food, like, I love eating. I'm not trying to perform like restriction or like suffering or anything like that. For me, weight loss is a means to end suffering, so we're not piling more issues on there. Oh, these were so good. And then I just pop them. So one thing, I don't use any oil or butter or anything. Oh, I forgot to film it, but I cleaned out my air fryer today. Yeah, because it was getting nasty in there. Because if you watch my videos, you know I abuse that fucking air fryer. Like, I'm in there like choking the shit out of it every day. Then you gotta moosh it with your hands. For me, a key part of making food is mooshing it with your hands. I know some people are like, don't touch the raw meat and don't touch this. I'm like, I'm fucking touching it. Yeah, then so there was a ranch dip on the KFC messy fries. I don't have ranch dressing or seasoning. So I decided to make kind of like my own version of like a Mediterranean like dressing. I just used the bottom of there was like I think I measured it. There was like a quarter cup of like a Faye left in that tub. And I put za'atar, black pepper, mint, salt. Yeah, za'atar is the best. And I put eneldo, which is like dill in it. This tasted absolutely delicious. I think what we really like in ranch is like the umami-ness and like the tang. If you put dill and za'atar in something, you're getting that tang. So this was an incredible dressing, and I used half of it on these fries, and then the next night I used the rest of it on my big-ass Mediterranean salad. Yo, this was better than ranch. Something I want to do is I want to order ranch seasoning so I can make like my own like yogurt ranch and stuff for food. But again, like you don't have to have like the exact things, you know. Then one thing, now KFC, at least in Mexico, they started having like their own versions of McFlurries, and I was like, damn, I want that shit. So I made like a vanilla protein powder and like banana milkshake. I have like the Optimum Nutrition protein powders. I'd say their chocolate one, it doesn't really taste like chocolate. Their vanilla ice cream one literally tastes like vanilla ice cream. It was bomb. And I decided to put some chai syrup in there, so I made like a vanilla ice cream chai banana milkshake. And this was literally so fucking delicious with like the spicy and tangy fries and like the sweet creamy milkshake. I threw some pistachios on there, but they all sank to the bottom. But I think if you want them to float, you gotta chop them up. But like I just like was not feeling like throwing an extra step in there. Sometimes you're just not. But it was kind of cool. They all sank to the bottom and like expanded in the milkshake. It became like weird salty boba by the end, which was fire. So I would say I'll put the calories of this whole meal on the screen, but I'd say it was a super successful meal. Like this hit the spot. It was super satisfying. It tasted delicious. 10/10 would have in the rotation. Again, like there is nothing I love more than fries covered with shit. Like I'm a big fan of like poutine. That's one of my like favorite foods. When I was vegan, I actually learned how to make like vegan poutine. Or is it poutine? I only speak English and Spanish. I don't really know. I don't speak fucking the duck French they speak up in Montreal. Don't tell them I said that. They would get mad. I only know about that because a couple of years ago I had like a fling with a dude in Montreal, and he wanted to be a life coach, but like 2 years after we hooked up, he wrote me this whole letter about how like he lied to me because he actually had a girlfriend the whole time. And I was like, bro, I saw you for one weekend like 3 years ago. You think I even like remember you? It was one of those things where he sent me a message on WhatsApp, and at first I was like, who, what? Like, I thought he had the wrong number at first. Anyway, look at those messy KFC buffalo fries. This was absolutely fucking delicious. This was everything 10/10 would crush. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Oh, also Frank's Red Hot sauce has 0 calories, so load up on the buffalo sauce. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I hope this gave you some ideas on how you can have like a calorie deficit without like starving yourself. Or just in general, like pretty healthy, easy, good meals you can have. But anyway, bye.